Well, for me, it's not as strong a 23 as won the World Cup last time, say. I know we've spoken about Libok. I know we've spoken about the bomb squad. Does it even listen? It's not the same bomb squad as it was in 2019. Maybe they need to tweak the nickname a small bit, but it's not as imposing when they come on because Kitshoff is now a starter. He's not on the bench. That kind of stuff. Mostert the same, and I think other teams are as physical as them now. Ireland are I think more physical than the Box, which seems a bit mad to say, but they've beaten them up front twice now, and France are they can go to an incredible level in terms of their physicality as well. So that imposing factor that the Box had before isn't quite as strong. Listen, you have to go to a different level in terms of living with them and getting the better of them, but it's not as intimidating as it was. So I suppose, in short, two of the other teams and maybe New Zealand as well have improved, and the Box I don't think have.
Are Ireland really as physical as the Box? I know it doesn't all come down to this stat, but just going back to our chat after that game around the dominant tackles and things like that. I know there was more to physicality than that, but I'm just curious as to why you'd think Ireland are or equally are more physical than them. I thought it's probably a similar conversation to what we had in November, where I thought like Ireland kind of gained parity in key moments enough to win the game ultimately, but that I still would see South Africa as being a more powerful 23, if that makes sense.
I suppose they've beaten them twice now, and they've, in my mind, watching the game, haven't been thinking, wow, they're being out physical here, or they're being bullied here physically in any way. Yeah, their dominance that was big, and it's fine margins, but I think it's one of the things that's underappreciated with Ireland now. We always focus on their attack; it's brilliant, but they're a very complete team. They're real physical. They're massive guys. The whole pack is huge now and really really powerful. So I've seen them play the Box twice now, and that hasn't been a factor at all. And I've come away thinking actually Ireland got the betterment in those physical stakes.
Yeah, I think if you're talking one-on-one collisions, obviously there's a little bit of a mismatch there, just in terms of statistics, in terms of height and weight. But I think as a collective, I think Ireland, scrum-wise, line-out-wise, more defence, more attack, there's no apparent dominance there from a South African collective pack. I think Murray's point is really pertinent around the bomb squad, particularly without marks. There's just not that fear factor with the guys coming off the bench that they're going to be able to apply dominance to their scrum, particularly, which is, don't forget, where they generated a huge amount of penalties, minutes 50 to 70, 75, and could try and arrest momentum or gain momentum back in the game through their scrum, particularly. So I think as a collective, they're definitely not the dominant side they were 4 years ago. And Ireland have shown that they have the capacity to deal with them and even apply pressure. Like Ireland scrum generated a couple of key penalties in that second half with their set piece. And then for me, the other fascinating point is what South Africa do from a selection perspective. Does Leroux play at 15? I think he's really critical for them in terms of their attacking framework. That he is significantly influential. We saw South Africa trying to make strides in their game to be a bit more of an attacking threat, to be more than the one-dimensional kicking game that we've kind of become accustomed to. So it'll be interesting to see if they revert to type, and as Murray said, it becomes a little bit of kick tennis, or if South Africa try and play with a little bit more ambition. But you're playing against France, are the number one ranked defense in the World Cup. They're at 83%. South Africa are about fifth, I think. So France will 100% back their kick game, aggressive chase, low penalty count, and the Sean Edwards template has proved ultra effective, hasn't it, for a long time in international rugby. And I think we know what we're going to get from France. It'll just be interesting to see what the Springboks do from a selection perspective, and do they try and play with a little bit more ambition than potentially what we've come accustomed to with South Africa.